What is up, football fans and Barcelona fans? I am back with another video here again, and today there's gonna be a little bit of a mixture of things. I'm gonna be talking about a couple last two league games a little bit, and also, but mainly also then the group stage, first round of the stage of the Champions League, and what the different teams have been doing, how they went through the most main games of the biggest results, but of course mainly about our game, about Barcelona's game, but also talk about some of the other ones too, and also what's ahead a little bit as well. But first, before that, I just want to address something that just was announced, and for everybody that living in Britain, this for many this could be a sad day, maybe for the whole country of England. The Queen of England, Elizabeth II, has passed away. I just want to send my condolences to the family and to everybody who feels affected by it. Rest in peace to her. Long serving. I'm not even that set into, and I don't really care about much what has happened in the royal family. I'm not set into British politics or royal family and stuff like that. But still, she's the second longest ruler ever. Her like to be queen, to be a royal leader. So, and also the longest ever in history in Britain. So, kudos to her for keeping it going that long, though. So 96 years of age, a long life, and now her oldest son, Prince Charles, takes over. But yeah, but beside that, that has nothing to do with football. I just wanted to get that out of the way. But now on to the main topics. First off, our game against Valladolid lost last weekend. That was a good first. That was a good result. We won that game with 4-0, I believe, and that was a really good sign once again how well we played. And then this past weekend now, the Sevilla game, very much strong, really good. Very happy about that game. We showed another clean sheet was kept really solidly well, and we keep a good form going. Ter Stegen was good, and the forwards were good. Every player is really improving really well, and that is a good sign. Xavi has really brought that up in a good way, and we're in a good run right now. We're undefeated away, especially also ever since like I think November or December of last year. So that is a really good sign. And since Xavi took over, we only lost two games. That was against in the Europa League last season against Eintracht Frankfurt and also against Real Betis. So those are the only two games we have lost. And that was last season. So far this season we are unbeaten as well in the league and now in the Champions League too with the first game. So there's good signs. There's very good signs. And this secondary game now, and the second game after the Sevilla game now, the Champions League game was also a big sign of that more. We just kept going on that. Unfortunately, we didn't keep the clean sheet. We did concede a very sloppy goal, but overall, our response to that goal directly was brilliant. Lewandowski just scoring his second of the day, like just like that, just doing it very very brilliantly just before halftime, a perfectly scored goal, and after that we just kept going. We didn't let them breathe pretty much all at all really. They barely had any chances like on goal. Like that was the only shot on goal was their goal. So otherwise they had like 8 or 9 shots maybe overall, and we had like a 20 something, 20 plus something throughout the whole game. So that was really, really good. We're looking very sharp, very good up front. We're actually finishing off our chances now, taking care of the chances, and not wasting too many of them. There is still some small problems where we maybe should shoot rather than pass, but overall, against Victoria Pilsen, it was really, really good. I like what I saw from the team overall. Ter Stegen wasn't tested that much, so he did that. But the defense has a little bit of a little thing there with the with that goal conceded, and there was a situation with Christensen that could have been a red card and a penalty, but it was clearly not. It was definitely not a penalty or a red card. He was elbowed first in the face, so then he fell down. So definitely not. Shouldn't that VAR took care of that, and that was definitely the right call by VAR and the referee. So that was good. But other than that, overall, it really good. The defense kept still very well. Jules Koundé once again super good. Like this guy, he can defend, but also he can go up front and assist. He's been assisting for giving assists for the last 3 games or so, 3 or 4 games. He's been giving assists. Like if I think correctly, like in the last 3 games or so, like he's been given like 4 or 5 assists or something. It's really really crazy. He's been very very good in that aspect. He's been solidly picking up and he's fitting into this team very well. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about Jules Koundé really coming into the team and doing well, and hopefully he can keep going with that because that's what we need. We need someone who can do that both in defense. That's what we need from our wing backs, pretty much. They can both go do good up front, but also be solid defensively. We have Baldo on the other side for left back. Alba still not just. It's just he's not in a good form. He got to play today, but it didn't look too well. It didn't just look too well. But we have Baldo, as I said, really good talent. We have Marcos Alonso coming in. And I think today Kunde wasn't even a right back even. What am I even saying? He was more of a center back, but he can play that. He can play out to the side. He can go out to the side. He can do it. Today, Sergio Roberto was the right back, and he was also the captain most of the game. But that he took over. He was good. Sergio Roberto has really improved himself so far this season. The games that he's been playing. He's been doing it really well, and that's good to see because we all thought like Sergio Roberto when he renewed like this is not a good idea. He's not being well. Last season he just was totally not in form and just wasn't himself. But now he has really found a good form overall, and I hope he keeps going like that because he given a good assist I believe also to Lewandowski's goal, one of Lewandowski's goals. I think it was the second one, maybe a first or second. I'm not entirely sure which one it was. Maybe it was for I don't know. But he definitely played very well today. Even though right back is not really his natural position either. But we have Hector Bellerin as well coming in at that position too. So they will probably be switching on that position. But yeah, let's just overall really good. But let's just address the elephant in the room here, pretty much. the the goal scoring genius that he is, Lewandowski. Let's just talk about the hat trick because he has gotten his first hat trick now in the Champions League for Barcelona. His first Barcelona hat trick, and very well. He's been dominating with his goals, and it's really incredible to have him in our team. Um, he's been set off, and also another little bit of the room, if you want to say, Dembele as well. His form has picked up, and the assist that he gave to both, like he was involved a lot. The involvement in one of Lewandowski's goals and the assist to Ferran Torres for the fifth one, Dembele has been just a brilliant. He's just a brilliant part on his own. Just his form right now. But but having a striker like Lewandowski that is so clinical, it's just doing wonders for us. And I'm super happy and it just fills us all with confidence, really, because we know we have somebody there who's reliable in front of goal, who will score those chances, who's a known goal scorer, because of what he did for both Bayern Munich and for Dortmund back in the day too, and that how many goals that he really did score. He keeps that going now. He keeps that going in Barcelona as well. He has not stopped. He switched team, but he keeps going with the same form, same drive and same will to keep going and really show that what he can go for. And even at the age of 34, he still go. He looks like he's in his mid 20s rather than just 34. So that's a big step up, and I'm super happy that we have him in the team. Overall, great performance against Victoria Pilsen. We really showed that we're here to do serious business in this competition. We really send out a message to both Inter and Bayern Munich for first and foremost, but also maybe even other teams if we can get into the knockout stages. So we show that we are not here to play around this time. We are strong. Just look, last season in the group stage, we only scored 2 goals overall over 6 games. Now we have 5 in only one game. And don't just say, oh, it's Victoria Pilsen. No, we had Benfica last time around. We faced Benfica. We had Benfica in our group. And also, I remember we had Munich, but I don't remember which other team was. The fourth team was, uh, it was also some I can't remember right now, but there wasn't as much of difference really. Just we should have been the better team than Benfica, but just like with our Pilsen now, it just shows really how much better we are up front, and that makes me really happy. I'm definitely super hyped and super excited for that because it's good to see. It's really good to see and good to be confident in front before every game. And last season and the season before, we're always worried before each game. Oh, how will we play now? Will we be clinical or not? How just like this is not fun. Like it just we would be just really sloppy this time around. Would the tactics be right? Or now Xavi and his tactics and his team selections and the players that we have, they fill us all with confidence. We're confident before each game, humble but confident. We need to stay. We get us confident, but we need to stay humble. Of course, we cannot take anything for granted anytime, because no game is easy in the Champions League. Anything can happen. We have seen that multiple. Just see the game between Napoli and Liverpool, how that played out. I'll get to that in a little bit, but anything can really happen in the Champions League. One of the biggest, greatest, like strongest team can fall to a much smaller team if just some small part is wrong. If some part of the tactics go wrong during the game, if they slip up any little bit, the whole plan can just go downhill and just everything can just change. The momentum can shift anytime. So even if it is just a group stage, throughout the whole thing, no matter what team, no matter from what country, that's the thing with the Champions League. So I'm very happy that we took this seriously and we did have a good start. Next game will be, of course, Bayern Munich. So we'll take that as it comes. But first, we have Cadiz in the weekend, which can also be tricky. We know that they are tricky versus when they play. We have had a tough time against them. But I believe I'm very much more confident this time around that we can get something out of it. We just have to know how to be just as clinical as we were last night against Pilsen, and just as clinical as we've been the past few weeks. We just need to keep that going and have that will and control the game the right way. But that's pretty much that with Barcelona for now. Very solid, very good. Happy with everything really. I'm happy with all that. Happy with all the signings, and happy how they've really shown what they can go for. And also, first, I just want to say and want to send a big thank you to Mirolim Pjanic. He will be leaving the club. Sadly for me, I wanted him to stay. He's Bosnian. I'm half Bosnian, so it's sad. I wanted him to at least stay another season so he can at least win a league with the club, but he wasn't to be. But I'm thanking for his services, and also he has said that he's not gonna take any of the payments for the club. He has cut that off. So we don't have to pay him much. Man, big respect to him for that as well, and I wish him all the best of luck at his new club. But Now moving on to the rest of the groups. First, we have just the first game. Before that, is the Bayern Munich Inter game. Bayern Munich won 2-0 against Inter with a goal from Leroy Sané and also an own goal from one of the Inter players. So that was it was hard to judge that game and how Bayern played. They did look dominant, but not completely dominant. They were a bit shaky at time in defense as well, but just Inter just didn't have the quality enough for the tools enough to really get that goal. Uh, they were close many times, but they just couldn't do it, couldn't get it done. And I was thinking it was more about their inability to really score that goal that really got Bayern the win rather than Bayern being overly dominant. Yes, it's just the first game, but re- usually you can see Bayern like going for the full force. This time they did, but not in the same way. They looked a little bit shaky, and the defense definitely looked not too well. Inter's as well, obviously, is not really good at the moment, so that's a whole other thing. But I'll talk about that more before that game comes up in a couple weeks. But Bayern overall still deserving a win, and that's that for that game. Uh, Other big results. The day before, we had a loss for Chelsea against Dinamo Zagreb. Chelsea totally in the mix right now, up and down. They lost that game and they're not looking well at all. Thomas Tuchel had a very tough time, and that's why, yeah, he was sacked. They sacked Thomas Tuchel, and now they have replaced him. Today we got the news that they have replaced him with Graham Potter, the Brighton manager. And me personally, my opinion on this is just why, really. It's just so dumb that they will do something like this. Why would you sack a manager after backing him with so much money during the week, during the summer? Why? That's just really, it just befuddles me. It's just that I don't understand that logic really. I don't understand that logic from the new Chelsea owner. I just don't understand it at all. But that's what happened. I feel bad for Thomas Tuchel really, and then they replaced him with Graham Potter, who I thought was smarter than this. Really, I just don't understand why he would leave such a good working project as Brighton to go to Chelsea. I guess it's the money, maybe they offered him, but he also took with him all of his coaching staff, rest of the coaching staff, and just left Brighton, for lack of a better word, blue balled kind of. Yeah, I don't know. Just left them empty. Uh, it's it's a tough situation that they're in now, Brighton. But hopefully they can keep going, find some replacement that can really work for them as well. But we'll see how that situation goes. Another big result, as I mentioned before, it's the this is going a little bit too long, so I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up. It's the Napoli and Liverpool game. Napoli beat Liverpool 4-1. Absolutely insane. What an insane result that is. Like everybody, it's just Liverpool are also in such a bad situation right now. They have not had a good start of the season. Barely winning any games. Like I don't even think they won. Maybe they won like one in their last 4 or 5 games. I'm not entirely sure, but they have not been good. They have not been good, and it's just I don't know what it is. I'm not inserting much into that, but maybe it has to do a lot with the owners. Maybe it's to do a lot with Klopp and his tactics, and some of the players are just not good enough anymore. They're aging players. They're not not fit enough. I don't know. It's really a tough situation for Liverpool as well. And dominant display by Napoli, they deserve that win 100%. They were definitely the better team overall. They played really, really well. And we got some really good goals from them. They really deserved it. And we'll see how this develops and how the rest of the group stage goes for Liverpool. If they can fix something up with that, because yeah, it's really crazy what some of these teams, how some of them are struggling. Also, just to mention quickly, I think it was RB Leipzig, right? I think it was their coach. I think they're in that group with Chelsea. I think their coach also was one of the rebel teams. Their coach was also sacked, I believe, after the game that when they lost. They lost their game to. Oh no, I don't remember which one. What they like messed something up. I don't remember. Some other team also. There's a lot of teams and a lot of coaches and a lot of things changing around. I forgot now, but I'll mention it another time. But overall, those are the biggest results from this first group stage. There was another wins as well. There, PSG got a 2-1, I believe, 2-1 win or so, two something like that against Juventus. Um, we had Dortmund got a win. Milan drew. AC Milan drew their game. Um, and yeah, another thing for not that much else happened really. Not that many goals, but overall, I like a really interesting first round, and just shows some of it. Just already shows like maybe what to expect going forward. It's gonna be very interesting to see now these coming months, 2 months or so leading up to the World Cup, how fitness will be for every team. Because October is gonna be absolutely crazy with just all the great gaming schedule. It's gonna be insane, and it's I don't know. I don't know how some of these players are gonna be able to manage with going through all that, and then some of them are gonna be off to the World Cup as well after that, and then expected to come back right after into the leagues again. It's crazy, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do that. Yeah, other results. I'm not really. There's nothing really much happened. Like Real Madrid won their game, and Manchester City won theirs against Sevilla. Sevilla not looking good so far this season either. City looking decent enough. That's pretty much that. If I forgot anything, tell me in the comments down below. But I'll maybe make talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I will post possibly a little Cadiz preview maybe tomorrow if I have time. But otherwise, I've talked around right now. I think Xavi will probably rotate a little bit more again, but mostly keep it strong ahead of the because we have the Bayern game next week. So we'll see how he does it. I may expect maybe some of them, maybe either Marcos Alonso or Hector Bellerin could possibly get some minutes there in that game. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see what happens. We'll see who he starts or not. Will he rest Lewandowski or not? I don't know. Probably not, because Lewandowski probably wants to play anyways, so I don't think he will be that tired. I think he can still go. He just like he did now. He played for Sevilla, and he know when he can't. He has to be subbed out by the end of the Sevilla game, so he knows how much he can play or not. So maybe he starts and gets subbed out for I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see what Xavi goes with. But overall, very interesting first round of Champions League. Good so far for Barcelona. Hopefully, we can keep that going. And yeah, tonight so far now we started playing Europa League and Conference League games. Something I'm not planning to cover that much. It's just too many games in there. I don't feel like doing it. I may do some of the main big teams. I may talk about them. like United and stuff like that. If I feel like some of the coming videos, but other than that, I don't think I'm gonna cover that too much for the group stages, at least. Maybe later in the knockout stages when there's lesser teams, but for now, I think I'm gonna keep that off. But yeah, this has gone on too long. I'm sorry, but hope you guys still did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you're not done that already. I would appreciate that a lot. And also ring the notification bell to get notified next time I upload videos like this, and match reviews and previews and other stuff like that. And more different things will be coming too. Don't also forget to subscribe to my other channel, Elmer Days, when I do reactions to TV shows and other media and unboxings and stuff like that. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, please subscribe there too. I would greatly appreciate that as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. FCBarcelona.